And good morning. Hi. We made it back. We did it. Please let me know if the internet is bad because I think there are some slight hitches. So hello and good morning we have Momo in the chat. And I did see a comment on YouTube, but asking me about what they should learn. Personally, I would say, yeah, like what is a topic that is in demand that they should learn. It's a mix of between what you like and what is in demand, because if you don't like it, sometimes you don't know you like something because you have no information about it, so that's also a thing. But if you do not like, you don't grow to like it, or you don't like it at all, it doesn't matter if it's in demand if you don't vibe with it. So I wouldn't say, oh, start learning this. I would not say that. But what are the skills that are in demand? Honestly, the things that are in my feed, mostly the things that I want to learn about, have to do with AI and ML. That may not be your thing, especially like agentic AI and MCP. That's like the thing that is in my mind that I want to learn. So that could be your thing or not. Anyway, today's stream is, as seen in the title. By the way, I needed to make the title smaller so it's not exactly the same title as the FreeCodeCamp one, and my title is wrong, so let's update that. Scientific Computing with Python, the course by FreeCodeCamp, is today's plan for the stream. The stream is most likely to be an hour and probably 15 minutes. We'll see. And looking at what we have done until now, I've titled it Day 5, meaning it's the 5th stream I'm doing. We did string manipulation by building a cipher. We also did how to work with numbers and strings by implementing the LUN algorithm, and we are currently here in the Lambda functions, which is something I've been looking forward to a lot, by building an expense tracker, which is really interesting. And yeah, we have 2 more to get to a certification project, which is pretty cool, but there are still a lot more to learn. It keeps giving. Oh, hi. Ooh, hi, Gamma, Game the Gamma. I'm glad you're doing fine. I am also doing fine overall. I have a lot of plans for today, so my brain is a bit busy, but overall, health-wise, doing great. Thank you. Yes, so Lambda functions give you a concise way to write small throwaway functions in your code. Yes, when you do not want to commit to a function, Lambda functions are pretty great. In this project, you'll explore the power of Lambda functions by creating an expense tracker. Your resulting app will demonstrate how you can use Lambda functions for efficient, streamlined operations. Yes, I am very much not good at Lambda functions, which is why I've been looking forward to this one. Is the text too small, or is it good enough? I hope it's good enough. So starting off in step 1. Before starting this project, you're going to learn about lists. Okay. Unlike numbers and strings themselves, a list is a data type that works as a container for other values. Okay. So the way I remember, you know what? Nothing. I'm seeing here, it's like, yeah, all of the information I'm about to say is already here. So the list is characterized by a square bracket around all the values and a comma between the values. Yes, I mean, normally people write down lists the same way, but without having the brackets and the quotations. For example, a happy list. That's a happy list. Yeah, thank you. How? I guess my question would be, how's life going, which you already answered, but also like how's learning going, because honestly sometimes it's just difficult to keep up with the style of learning. So if it was not for streaming, I don't think I would have kept up with my style of learning. If the list does not contain any values, then it's an empty list. Yes, we can have an empty list. A list can contain different types of data types. Here's a number, here's a string, here's another list inside a list. Yes. That includes all possible data types. It can also contain another list. Yes. Create a variable called myList and assign it an empty list. Let's do that. So here is the part where we write code. We will write myList and it's an empty list, and then we say check. I'm gonna let you concentrate, but I'm listening. I don't mind a mix of both, but thank you. I guess because I have a limited time. Yeah. Appreciate that. Most of the time it's like Fridays and Saturdays where I can like just yap. But again, I don't mind talking. Step 2. To add items to a list, you can write them between the square brackets. Yes. Why am I thinking about this? Yes, the square brackets is where the items are. Separating them with the commas. So let's add the numbers 1 and 2 to our list. So 1 and 2. Ta-da! Step 3. Python has a handful of list methods, such as methods for adding or removing list items. Yes, there's one called append and another one called remove, right? By the way, before I read the word append in my brain, it was like there's one called add. Apparently not, because that's Java and not Python. You can add an item to the end of the list using append method. For example, here's an example code. Example list has now one more item at the end. So we are going to try and use append to add 3 to our list and then print the list. Okay. So we say myList dot append and then the number 3, and then we're gonna print my underscore list. Ta-da! Congratulations. Somebody stop me. Exactly. Somebody stop me. Step number 4. Oh, how many steps were there? I didn't check. It's okay, let's not check. Let's surprise ourselves. Because it actually does it not tell you a percentage? You can also access a single element with brackets and then the index, right? To get the value inside. Lists are 0 indexed, like strings are. That means that the first element is at index 0, the second element is at index 1, so on and so forth. To access an element, you use bracket notation. For example, example list is accessing the element at index 1. Yes, meaning the second element. Yes, the second element of the example list. Each time I'm trying to like add to what's written, it already does that. It doesn't need me to add anything to it. I'm like, oh, yep, sorry. So let's print the first element of the list. Here's my list, and I guess it did not say replace the print, so I'm gonna write a new print function. So we say print, and then we say my list, and because it said the first element and not the element in index 1, we write 0. And yeah, oh, it does tell you sort of we're like 8%. My brain was like, this is like 10%, but no, apparently it's 8%. Most efficient. Okay, step 5. Python lists are mutable, which means that the value of the list items can be changed. You can change. By the way, I don't think I've ever used this word outside of programming. Like, I've heard the word immutable, but I don't know. Okay, so yes, we can change the value of an element using the bracket notation. Isn't Java things are like, there's no way you can change them? Or wait, or are they super changeable? So even, I think they are the ones that are super changeable, because I've struggled with Java quite a lot. And when you create a reference to even if it's a variable, if it's not a list, and then you change the reference, because like I've had such a hard time duplicating a value that I will need to change later, because it always changes the reference. Yeah, but like, I think I figured it out because I needed it for something, but still, like, it is something that's burnt in my mind. So where were we? Changing the value. You can see that now here, which is the number 5, becomes O. So we are going to change the first element to number 0 and print to check the value. So I guess we're gonna have to do it between the printing, because that's where we are checking the value. We're gonna say, I'm just gonna copy this one because it's already referencing the first element. Copy, paste, and then we're gonna change it to 0. Oh yeah, I was like, why didn't it change? Because the first part is showing the normal list, the second print is showing the updated value. And now we made an error, because was I supposed to do it after? Fine, I'll do it after. I'm guessing the only mistake we have is that I didn't put it where it should have been. So we print twice. Am I right or am I wrong? Apparently I am wrong. You should print the list after changing the first. Oh, I'm supposed to print the whole list. I'm sorry. Here's the whole list. Ta-da. Okay. And now we're actually at 10%, which means it is 50-ish steps. Wow. Step number 6. The insert method can add an element at any position in the list. Okay, so we had append, which even like by definition in the English language means adding something to the end. But insert can go anywhere. And the first argument is the position at which the element has to be added, and the second argument is the element to add. For example, here's how we add a new element in the third position of the example list. So we have an example list that has 4 to 7, and then we want to insert 2 and we want to insert at the third index number 2, meaning the third position, and this is the value we want to insert, and as we print it we can see it is in the third place. So now we're going to use insert to add number 1 after 0, because 0 is now it's now 0 2 3. We want to make it 0 1 2 3. and that should be, then print the list. I'm gonna just put it here. Hopefully that should be fine. So we get my list, which is our list, and we're gonna say dot insert. So first we need the position, and the position is the second position. So starting from index 0, it's index 1. And then the value that we want is actually number 1. So this is what it looks like. It's written 1 1, and we see now from oh, I removed the other print. Let's bring back another print here so that we can see the whole changes we've done. We have 1 2 3, okay, and then 0 2 3, and now 0 1 2 3. Ta-da. Code long and prosper. Sure, we should do that, because coding will never stop. Hopefully by humans. My list, our list, exactly, the people's list. Yeah, I feel like each time I'm saying my list, I'm making it mine, but no, it's our list. Step 7, the pop. Oh, popping. Okay, so wow, I just went back to a class we had. What was it called? Was it called data structures? About types of lists and stuff. So there's popping, but then there's like, what is the other one? Because it's a stack, you add it in and then you take it out, and then it's first in last out, unlike queue where it's first in first out. Anyway, the pop method can be used to remove an element from a list. By default, it removes the last element. Yes, which means first in last out is the thing that, meaning last in first out. Same idea. You can pass an index as the argument to the method, and we can pass an index. That removes the whole idea of the thank you push. Yes, wow. Thank you so much. My brain just fried itself and just did not, but it removes the whole idea of the stack if we can give it an index, right? So you can pass an index as the argument to the method. It will remove the element at the given index. Then it should just be called remove. Why is it called pop? Pop has like a thing. You push, you pop. It's a stack. In this case, pop2 removes the element at index 2, meaning the third item. And as an example here, tomato goes away, which we can see cherry, lemon, apple without tomato. In this case, fruit list.pop, yeah, I just read that. Use pop to remove the last element from my list. My question is, if I use pop but not give it an index, then it should just remove the last element. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna not give it an index, and then I'm gonna print again, obviously. Pop, and then print, and it should remove the last. Yeah, it did. I don't need to give it an index. Next. Step 8. Now you have explored list. Remove all the code we wrote for your review so we can begin. Ouch. Remove everything you wrote. That hurts. My fingers. Okay, step 8. Now that you have... Wait, what? Sorry. Am I that sleepy? I keep repeating things I've read. In this project, which is in step 9, we're going to build a simple yet functional expense tracker in Python. Only expense? Start by, because like income and then outgoing money. Anyway, defining a function named add expense that takes 3 parameters: expenses, amount, and category. Use the pass keyword to fill the function body. Okay, so we're gonna start writing code. I should sit in a way where I can write code. I don't have my keyboard with me. Anyway, define. Oh god. Oh. I got a notification from Twitch, and I think it's supposed to be some sort of an ad. I don't know why I get notified by it, but I don't see anything. Huh. Well, anyway. Yes. And now I'm distracted. Let's go back. So we're gonna create a function that is add expense. And then we're gonna pass 3 parameters. One of them is called expenses. Do you guys prefer I write or copy paste? Because I like copying and pasting. Amount, and then category, and then in the body, oops, I forgot this. In the body, we're gonna just say pass. That's it. Our function is ready. And yes. Ooh, 17% already. So we have our function. Now we're going to create an empty list named expenses. Copy paste is more sure. Agreed. Copying and pasting makes sure that you have the things named the way it expects it. Removing everything teaches me to commit before removing. I guess to all junior devs. So yes, committing and then making changes should be something like that. That is in your mind, because it's something you can go back to, especially if you may need to go back to something, even if it's not a mistake. So yes, committing is a necessary thing. Step 10: create an empty list named expenses, which we will use to store our expenses. So here's a thing. Here's our empty list of expenses. Now this variable, the way I see it, is a global variable, but it's written after the add expenses, meaning add expenses does not have access to it. If it was above it, it would have access to it, and then it would sort of confuse mostly the reader, not the code, that there's an expenses here, there's an expenses here, and all of that. Step 11. The expenses parameter of our add expenses function will be a list of expenses. So we want to be able to add items at the end of the list. For that, we're going to use the method append that we just learned, which adds things at the end of our list, almost like no, not like push. Push adds it to the beginning. Add a call to the append method on the expenses list. Do not pass any arguments to append for now. Really? Why not? What would you name such a commit, if you don't mind me asking? Good question. It's like the commit before the storm. No, personally, like if it was a group project, like if I was working at a company, the commit would be different than if it was a project that it's a personal project that I'm working on. So if it is a personal project that I'm working on, would be the commit before I change the code. So I would just name it what I'm doing. Like here's commit before changing the code, and if possible, I would say what I'm changing in the code. So it's probably not like remove everything, but like almost like here's the commit before a revamp. But if it's a part of a group thing, let me think. Probably same thing, like saying I always caught on too fast for these sites to keep my attention. Oh, like FreeCodeCamp. So you're like at also hi. They want you to do very little things. That's true. They are in a way keeping beginners in their minds, but oh wow, oh no, sorry, nothing. As a person who seems like is not a beginner, again, hi, first time chatter, sorry, I forgot to say that. It is fun to just accomplish something, even if you know everything about it. So that is something I find like I'm doing something, even if it's not learning something, but you're still doing something. So it's fun. I would say you probably could jump around in the projects to something that you're interested in, but most of the time it starts off with like defining something for you, which may be like you said, too simple in your case. Hold up, I was about to answer Gamma's question. So yes, if I'm working at a company and I need to commit, it's like probably the same comment, but like in a more professional way of like committing this because I'm gonna change a lot of the code, or like I'm gonna change this and that. Yeah, because like you're just talking to somebody. That's what committing is for me. I coded my first microkernel today. Ooh, no tutorial, just a couple of descriptions how the architecture works. Wow, that's fancy. And sounds scary. I am absolutely not there. I am supposed to say .append. I don't even know what a microkernel is supposed to be. Is it like an OS? Append, and then we just close it, and I'm supposed to, okay, Thundercats, let's go. Step 12. A dictionary is another built-in data type in Python. Yes. A dictionary is a collection of data in the form of key-value pairs. Indeed. Dictionaries are defined with curly braces, and they contain key-value pairs separated by comma each. Okay, yeah, this is a value pair. This is a value pair. Each key is followed by a colon and the value. Okay, catching up with chat. Why can't I scroll? I'm self-taught, so you're more qualified than I am. That's debatable. Qualification is probably something that, like, I will definitely not decide on that. I get it. Next time I'll name mine Commit Before the Storm. Hee. Don't say who taught you that. Checkpoint with date and time, my personal innovation. Now the whole team uses it. Oh, so you see, yours is a team project, which is definitely a good thing that you are committing. I mean, it's actually fun to write the date and time, but the commit itself should have the date and time, right? But I guess it's fun. It's easier to see when you're scrolling through the commits. And the word checkpoint is a good one. Like it can be your convention, which seems now it is because the whole team is using it. So dictionaries are fun and very, very like, it's like a box. Like when you use it, you have to use it the way it is. It's not like lists where it's so open-ended. In the example above, amount and category are keys, and 50 and food are their corresponding values. Yeah, thanks for the answer, by the way. Abdullah, I think. And the way I'm saying I think is because your name is written Abdul, and then I'm like, I'd rather read the whole name. Create a dictionary with a key, amount, and the value of amount parameter. Pass your new dictionary to the append call. Wait, what should the amount be? Everyone says I should be happy to take a job as a junior, because I've never worked for a big tech company before. They say it's the right thing to do, but I don't feel like a junior. I mean, for the company to know your, I guess, value, they probably want you to start somewhere smaller. But if you can pass non-junior interviews, then that's your cake to eat, you know? That's like what people say. You can apply to positions, and if you get accepted, then that has nothing to do with people, right? Excuse me? Cranimiso? I'm not gonna read your comment. Okay. I don't know why you wrote that. So yes. I'm guessing it was a joke. So what was I supposed to write? We were supposed to create a dictionary with a key and the value of amount. Yeah, but do we not give it a name? And pass your new dictionary. Oh, so we're just gonna put it in the append. Okay. So we're gonna create a dictionary that has the value U N T, and then the passing side is this value of amount. And there you go. And that was it. Angel Apollyon said, every step sometimes are just too small, but I feel accomplished when I do them. So it's probably a personal thing. Step 13. Add another key value pair to the dictionary you are appending to the expense list. Use the string category and give category. Okay, so we're going to add a comma, and then we're going to get category as a string, and then we're going to say colon, and then we're going to add category as value. Ta-da! And now we're 25% in. Step 14. Next, define a function named print expenses. Oh, we want to print it fancily. Let's do that, because you can just print it, but apparently not. We're going to make it fancy. Define, here's our function name. What are we going to do with it? That takes one parameter. We should take a parameter, which is expenses, the list we had. Can you guys hear the chickens? Because I can really hear the chickens. It's like they're sitting next to me. Where was I? This function will later be, we're just gonna pass for the time being. We're gonna get there when we get there. Ride like the wind. Are we gonna? Yes, we're gonna write more inside our print function. It creates a for loop. Okay, we're gonna create a for loop that iterates over each item in the expenses list. Part of the ambience. Thank you. Yes, the morning ambience. Honestly, the other day I was like, why can't I hear birds chirping? And then it was because the weather was so hot. It was like probably somewhere between 35. I wouldn't say 40, but like it did reach 40 yesterday, so I was just melting. But it wasn't yesterday when I was saying why I cannot hear birds. So I get that. It's the weather right now is bearable, but it won't be in a few hours. So yeah, we're just gonna need to write a for loop for our list of expenses. So do I say for XP in expenses? Oh no, it's supposed to write XP. In expenses, what we're gonna do is use expense as the loop variable. Okay, not XP, rude. and then just pass for the body of the loop. So we're going to pass on that one as well, but we shall continue. Next, you are going to display the detail of each expense. And as we can see, expense is a list that has dictionaries. So it's a list of dictionary, probably rows or like items, but wow, my brain really does think tables. But so like in my mind, this is the column head and this is the value of the row. Next, you're going to display the detail of each expense. Inside the for loop, replace pass with print. Let's print. But we're probably going to need it's like passed the following F string. I'm like, I'm not gonna pass again, but no, it's just an F string that we can, why does it look weird like this? So this expense is that, and that expense is that, but hey, aren't we supposed to get like the first? This should not, anyway, this does not look normal to me because it's not showing amount and category, it's showing both. But let's see. I could be wrong. Are we gonna call our print function? So I like the fact that each time like there's a step, if there is a part of the code that we're not gonna use, it's going to be like at the top. Seeing tables everywhere, I guess. It's all that data cleaning. Yep. It's all the working with the data and just like being worried that it's formatted wrong, that it has some weird thing inside. Step 17 in Python, and just trying to catch, just making sure users cannot mess with it more, because like they're the ones giving me the data, and you just cannot trust any user. Like, just no matter how technical they are, just don't trust them. They will shoot themselves in the foot. In Python, an important thing to know is that the same type of quote used to define a string cannot be used inside it. That is true. But what one could do is do a double quote and then a single quote, or a single quote and then a double quote. That works. But if you want like single quote but a single quote inside it, then yes, you probably need to use the slash thingy. For example, the string "I'm a string" is not valid because of that thing. To use a single quote inside that string should look like this. Escape the quote by prepending, that's a fun word, a backslash to it like this, or double quote and then the single quote, which is what I talked about. And apparently that's the preferred method. That makes me feel like I know what I'm saying. You can access values in a dictionary through its keys. So the key is the string part and the value is the value part. You need to use bracket notation and include the key between the square brackets. Exactly. So when you call it, here's your dictionary, we want the value of the amount we're gonna get, we're gonna have to call it. And according to my limited knowledge, if I have a dictionary of like, no, I'm wrong. I can have a list of dictionaries and then I can call it by index. You are currently interpolating, right? Interpolating the expense dictionary in your F string, which is this part. Modify the F string expression to access the value of the amount here. So we have to like call it with a bracket. and like this and like this, and you're not really messing things up because f string expects it, I think. Yeah. Same with the category. We're gonna need to call it like this. Oh yeah, what did I do? How did I get there? Oh my god, I can write here? Guys, I can write here. I thought I couldn't. What? I was supposed to do this, and then copy and paste the word category, which is in small. And paste. Apparently I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Huh? Is it supposed to be on in there? Wait. Is that the whole part about not having... I thought... no, I'm definitely wrong now. So that's what how it works? Probably. Whoops. Yay, I'm still wrong. What about? Am I missing something? F string expression part cannot include backslash. Ouch. See, I know because it expects it, but apparently I'm wrong somewhere. Hold up, I didn't read the whole question. To access the value of amount and key in the... Okay. Yeah, I should do that. Okay. Thank you, Gamma. I was trying to be fancy, and then I couldn't be. Where? Oh. Okay, so apparently it does not want the double quotes outside, it wants the double quotes inside. It's just I'm not that used to having double quotes for calling index style things. I guess I am. I don't know. There you go. Happy. And enter. Hey, what am I supposed to do? So I did that part. Remember to use double quotes within your single quoted. Are we not done? Why am I getting you shall not pass again? Hi. Puni edits. Hi. I'm sorry if you cannot understand me. But that's how I speak. You know what? I'm just gonna copy whatever's here, and if it doesn't accept it, I don't know. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna be angry. It said vice versa, so that should work, and it didn't. Okay, here's me. Oh wow, it worked. Hold up. Before I let it go, I need to see what I did wrong. Let's look at it. Amount, space, expense inside, inside brackets, which is the part where it's supposed to be code, and then if I do that, I can't see a difference. I'm gonna call my favorite website, which is called Text Compare. Has anyone used it? Compare. I can talk more slowly if needed, but I'm just not used to it. So this is the FreeCodeCamp part. Copy. I'm gonna paste it on this side. I'll show you on my screen, by the way. Just I need to try and do this first, because I must have made a mistake, or okay, so here is me bringing this to this part. Compare. The word expense, guys, can you see the error? I was supposed to say give me amount, and I said give me expense. Oops, wrong place. Yeah, So I'm calling expense when I was supposed to call the word amount. And that's the silliest error, because the error is in me not paying attention. Sigh. Step 18. You will need a function to calculate the total amount of expenses. Yes, amount. Is it per category? I guess not. We only have one expense. Define a function named total expenses that takes one parameter, which is expense, and fill the body of the function with a pass for now. Yeah, it's really hard to debug your own code sometimes because your eyes just cannot see anything. Like, you just become blind for your own code. We are writing a new function called called define. No, it's not called define. It's called total expenses. And oops, we're gonna call pass on it because we shall continue in one enter. Are we like 25% in yet? What did I do? I forgot to give it these. There we go. I did not. Oh wow, am I that in a hurry to go? I did not pass expenses. There, passed. We are 35% in. I'm gonna try and focus. I will try to promise to focus. Step 19. So now we're talking about Lambda functions. Okay. I think my Lambda functions are bad, so I'm looking forward to being good. Lambda functions are brief, anonymous, so they don't have a name. Functions in Python. Anonymous functions in Python, ideal for simple one-time tasks. They are defined by the Lambda keyword, the word Lambda, you will see them. And they use the following syntax. So it's basically, to my brain, it's a for loop, but that's it. There's no but. It's just a for loop, but like it's an open for loop. It's outside. Heads up, I have like 30-ish minutes or less. In the example above, X. So X is like the, in a for each loop, if you have seen a for each loop, the thing that's the item is like for each item in this list, right? Or like for item in this list, if Python. And the X here in this expression is the item. And then this, it's like, yeah. I'm guessing expression is where you write something about it. So where's the list part? Represents a parameter to be used in the expression, and it acts like any parameter in a traditional function. I did not just yawn. I did not yawn. Okay. Yawning is not normal. Okay. Exper, as an expression, is the expression that gets evaluated and returned when the Lambda function is called. My brain each time is like, say the word llama. I'm like, no, I'm gonna say Lambda. Not Lambda, right? It's Lambda. Anyway, create a variable named test and assign it a Lambda function that takes X and returns. Oh, okay. So my brain was saying for loop, but this is not the for loop style yet. We're just writing the simplest function. Honestly, I did not think of Lambda as a function. Now it's asking me to think of it as a function. I'm gonna try and do that. So let's Lambda our way in. Hey, I was writing Lambda, and I'm supposed to have a variable named test. I just did not expect to be able to write on these parts. Guess what? You can. So here's our test equals Lambda, and I guess our value is X, and then colon X times 2, and that's like function parameter, the body of a function. Go. Yes. add time. Honestly, I forgot I wanted to donate, but then I forgot. So that's a reminder for me to remember to donate. Let me be like, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's like the most awkward thing I could do. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. Oh, whoops. And now, step 20. We are in step 20. To call a Lambda function, you can use the usual function syntax with a pair of parentheses after the variable name. What do you mean? Call your test Lambda function and pass 3. You guys, thank you. But you're on Twitch. How can you like and subscribe? Are you on the both sides? Did you know that you can pass a Lambda function? I don't think I knew that. I thought this is all new to me. Then I could do that? So apparently I'm supposed to call test. Oh, wait, like that? No. Pass the argument. Pass 3 as an argument. That's weird. Then print? This is making me feel weird. I think that's wrong. Anyway, am I that beginner at Lambda functions? You can call a Lambda function. Mind blown. What? I said I'm bad at Lambda functions. That was the truth. Lambda functions can be valuably combined with map function. Did it say valuably? It did say valuably. Which executes a specified function for each element in a collection of objects. I did not understand any of this. Let's try again. Executes a special function for each element. Okay, so this is like the for loop style in a collection of objects. For example, a list. So here, you can mix it, use it in conjunction with map. The function to execute is passed as the first argument. This is our function. These are such fancy ways of using the Lambda function. Wow. And the iterable is passed as the second. You know what? I've seen Lambda functions be used in tandem with the map function for like in the Hugging Face course, where you like map a function you've written, or like even if it's a simple function, for all the values in a data set. I've seen that being used, so I just didn't know it can be used that way. The result of the example above would be because we are timesing it by 2, so it'd be 246. Oh, that's awesome. Puni is saying that they are joining computer science and engineering. So you are like becoming a student, or are you a student in computer science and engineering? That's fun. I think it's a fun time to start becoming a CS student, because so many things are changing, but in a good way, I think. Like, it can be scary, but also like you are learning about something that is very much, as of now, in high demand. We won't know for like the distant future, but like I think we are in a good place right now. So yes, here it times it by 2. Each item in the list is passed to the map, then gets doubled by the function. You're interested in cybersecurity. I recommend, if you have time and energy, especially like on the way to going to university, I recommend you watch what the hell, did I forget the name of the podcast? Not watch, listen to Darknet Stories, right? The Darknet Diaries. It's called Darknet Diaries. It's most of the time about like cybersecurity related things. It's actually pretty fun. I can put it in the chat. I'm just gonna finish this step and then I'll do that. Modify your print call to print the result of the map with a test, and we shall pass the argument. Okay, so we're gonna say map. So we're still gonna call the test, which is blowing my mind, but instead of sending that, we're gonna send this whole list of 2, 3. Oh, okay. So I guess I can just say test in the first argument. This is so weird. And then this part as the second argument. You won't be able to see a readable output yet. Oh, close. Oh, map object. Fun. This is mind-blowing. Let me give you the name of the darknet diaries. This is the name in case anyone is interested. It is a very fun podcast. Actually, they're like one before last interview is with WannaCry person, the malware tech blog, malware tech guy from WannaCry, which is like an incident that I remember very vividly because I was young and knew about things. Is internet good? I think internet good. I am streaming as far as I'm aware. Okay, step 21. By the way, I am currently according to this, at 40%. I'm gonna go up to 50%, and then we're gonna probably end today's stream and continue internet good. Pat for the internet for being good. It's not always good, but sometimes it's great. And inshallah, I was about to say I'll continue in 2 days, but I don't think that's possible. We shall see. Step 22. You should see something like this, which we do. It's just a different index printed on the console, which is the string representation of the map object returned by the map. How does one print a map? To obtain a readable output, you need to turn the map object into a list. Do that by passing the map as an argument to list. Look at this. What are we doing? It's like a burrito. A list inside a map inside a. Ta-da! We did it. We opened the map, and you can see that all of our values are like multiplied by 2, and that is crazy that I can just pass a Lambda test, a function like this. This is new to me. We are king of the pirates. Okay, now step 23. The sum function returns the sum of the items in the iterable. Yes, true, which is passed as its argument. So you can sum up a list of numbers. You're going to use sum together. Oh, I remembered that we're talking about expenses. I had forgotten. Like the Lambda just broke my brain. Okay. You're going to use sum together with map and Lambda to get the total amount of expenses. For now, make a little test and modify your current print function, replacing the list. So we're going to replace the list with a sum, and we get the total. Ta-da! We're a wizard. the "you're a wizard" does not work with "we are a wizard." Next, 24. Next, you are going to implement the same logic within the total expenses function. So we're going to delete the, oh, wait a second. Are we going to, oh yeah, we're just remove everything. That was easy, right? It is more easily understandable than I expected, because for some reason Lambda functions are like a scary thing to me. Step 25. In the total expenses, which is now this function that we see, function, you'll integrate a Lambda function, replace the pass with a... Okay, I don't need a yawn counter, but I am yawning a lot today because I did sleep a bit late yesterday. We're replacing the pass with a Lambda that has expense as its parameter. So I guess we're gonna write Lambda, and then we're gonna give it expense as the first thing here. And then what are we gonna do with the expense? We're gonna sum it up, most likely. But let's see what we'll do. Expense is expected to be a dictionary, and your Lambda function should return the value of amount key in the expense dictionary. Okay, for the time being, we're just going to return amount, meaning it's supposed to look like this question mark. Do we have it? Is that right? So give me the amount. Apparently that is right. Is internet being bad because I told it it's good? Step 26. Now call the map, passing your Lambda function as the first argument and the expenses as the second argument. Where are we calling the map? Inside this function? Really? Map? Oh, okay. So apparently we're passing the whole function as an argument. So here's the function, and the other part would be the expenses, which is the list. We're passing it here, and that's it. Internet is still good. Thank you. The indicator from OBS was red, so I trusted it. Okay, so we are passing the Lambda part as one argument, the expenses, which is our list, as the second argument. And guys, we are at 50%. What do we do? Do we continue? Because I don't have much time. I have like 10 minutes left. Finally, okay, it has the word finally. I can finish on this one. Pass your map call to the sum function. So we're just going to add a sum outside. Same thing we just did. And that should return the total expenses for our list. And we're just going to say, check the code. We got an error. Yay. What did I do? You should call sum by passing the map call and return the result from your total expenses function. Oh, return. I'm supposed to call return on it. Sorry. Return. Is that it? That's it. Checkmate. I'm gonna pause here. I'm so happy. Let's see where we are. Let's look at the blue parts. So it's 52. I paused on the correct one, because if I had paused on 25, then would be like 25 is half of 50, but 26 is half of 52. We did it. We are halfway there, and honestly, I'm already learning so much about Lambda functions. I did not realize how little I knew about Lambda functions. I thought I had a basic understanding, but apparently I did not. Yeah, I had overestimated my understanding. So yeah. Wait a second. Ooh. We should do that. I'm gonna do that. But first, question. Was the stream gone at any time? Because I did not see it be gone. Okay. I'm gonna now start the stretch. Guys, everybody needs to do it. So I mean, the normal usual stretch is like hand over head, palms facing up, and then just like that. But after that, you open the arm and then sideways, just a little. That's nice. I would also like recommend just at the start, really, wow, and then not at your end, but there was a lag. Thank you for you guys' patience. And also like rotating the wrists is also really good because I've been using the mouse and keyboard for a bit, just an hour, but still. Thank you. I like stretching. Because even like the doctor was like, stop sitting for hours and hours. I'm like, doctor, how do I stream if I don't sit for hours and hours? I'm kidding, by the way. I would not tell a soul that I stream. Yeah, that was mostly it for today. Let's double check where we are. We did half of learn Lambda functions by building an expense tracker. It is the third part in the scientific computing with Python, and honestly, what do you mean? Hold on, we're connecting to your channels. Why? I'm gonna keep talking because OBS says it's fine. Yeesh. Guys, am I still streaming? What is happening? I'm gonna end the stream in 5 minutes, I swear. Just let me talk. For a bit more. A little bit more. Okay. We learned quite a bit so fast. Honestly, like the fact that it's like you know, when you're feeding a bird, you're like giving it little by little. I like it. I like the style of learning. So yeah, I'm gonna be the type of student where I'm like, so how much do we have left? Okay, so this is a 23-parter. Okay, that's pretty small. The next one, a 21-parter. That's also pretty small. And then we'll get to the certification project, which is just part 1. There are other ones. There's another certification project, another one here, and then like up until here is where you can probably get your like certificate for the whole scientific computing for Python. Oh, video quality is poor, is it? Shouldn't it be like 7? For me, I can see 720p. So can you try and change it? Because it could be an internet thing. I'm not sure. Okie dokie. So that is it. I'm going to be a bit shameless and ask if you guys would like to stick around. You can like... The word like here meant such as. It did not mean actual liking, but I do mean to say you can maybe show it by liking the video if you're on YouTube, and maybe subscribing if you feel like it. You don't have to. And if you're on Twitch and if you're not following, I'd appreciate it if you did, just to show that, yeah. Okay, you have, yeah, you're welcome. You have 720p at Twitch. That's good, because I think 720 is reasonable. I probably could make my setup better, and I am thinking about it, because I am multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube, and apparently by default Twitch has a lower resolution, but I was looking into a video about using something else than Restream for multi-streaming, so I might look into that someday. Yeah, so thank you for being here. I hope you learned something with me today, and catch you next time. I cannot say when exactly, so maybe you can see me posting about it either on Discord or Twitter or even Instagram, if you can believe that. I actually post stories on Instagram, but it's fine. I do recommend you stay away from the internet sometimes, just like touch grass. If you have grass around you. If not, maybe pet a cat. That's also a good thing you can do. My cat was... Shut up! It's not a great stream. It was a okay stream. My cat was really mad at me because we're out of cat food. And I was telling it, I will buy you cat food. Just let me get my salary first. And I did get my salary. So it has every reason to be mad at me. So I should get cat food today, inshallah. I also learned a lot, honestly. Yeah, I'm glad you also learned with me today. It is my goal to learn together. And I think today we accomplished that. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now. But if you have anything, feel free to reach out however possible, whether it's by chatting or by DMing or on Discord. I am not a person who replies fast, but I try my best to reply. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I'm gonna go to the goodbye screen and keep it there for a minute. And yeah, thank you. See you next time, inshallah, if you feel like it. You don't have to. Goodbye.